I'm Mariana Danilovich with Ultra Live TV, and we're here at the Digital Hollywood's Spring Summit in Santa Monica, California, with Alan DeBevoise from Machinima.
Perfect. Yes. Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you? Great panel presentation. I thought that your understanding of the digital media marketplace was just outstanding. Why don't you just repeat for our audience some of the key points that you made and also that you'd like to make about the space?
Well, I mean, I think that there's, giant traction in the digital media. If you look at YouTube and Facebook, they both have about 500 million uniques. They reach a global audience. The iPhone OS ecosystem, iPad, iPod Touch, and the iPhone itself is nearly 100 million devices. So you have just giant traction with these platforms, and they're really innovating at a very fast rate. So I think it's very important for all brands to really be engaged. I mean, our particular brand, we're a channel on, we're the biggest channels on YouTube. We drive more than 100 million video views per month to 25 million uniques, monthly uniques. And we're able to generate a lot of traction for brands because we really live and breathe the viral video and social media world.
So let's look at the channels that you have on YouTube. They're distributed through YouTube primarily?
Yes. We have 3 channels, a channel called Machinima, a channel called Machinima Respawn, and a channel called Machinima Sports. It's all focused on video games, but the different genres, and it's just grown dramatically in the last couple of years.
And so are these video clips, or are they games surrounding video clips? What is the channel composition?
Yeah, Machinima is content that's generated out of a real-time game engine, so it's mostly gaming-oriented videos that could be anything from gameplay to kind of original dramatic and comedy shorts and episodes.
And so your viewers are engaged, or they're passive viewers?
No, they're very highly engaged. Probably the most engaged audience. It's the original interactive audience, the gamer audience. And they clearly do a lot of activities. They embed the videos, they watch them, they comment, they rank. They actually make videos as a reply back to them. To it. So this is one of the things that I think is so important about the video, the online medium, is that it's so much about engagement. What people are actually doing. They're actually interacting. It's not like you can skip past an ad like you can on TiVo watching TV. You actually have to click on the video to see the ad. So it's a really measurable, efficient way to market, but it's also just growing in leaps and bounds across all platforms. Mobile devices, iPads, etc. So it's a really exciting arena.
So how does get and branded integration work within these channels?
Well, in terms of advertising, you can buy, advertising units that, get very high click-through rates, on YouTube, and in Facebook, you can buy, ad units. There are a bunch of ad units available in all those kinds of models.
And you're monetizing the channels, all 3 of them?
Yes.
What about branded integration? Do you sell the channel sponsorships to the brands?
We do have sponsorships. We really mostly focus, though, on the gaming world. So we're really very focused on the gaming and movie industry from a perspective of being able to sell, the overall channel sponsorships. But there are a lot of opportunities for brands in the consumer electronic opportunities, certainly lifestyle brands, entertainment-oriented brands, technology. Our audience is, mostly male, very tech-centric, have PlayStations and Xboxes and souped-up computers and that like.
So how does one find one of your 3 channels if they're interested in the content? How do they find it on YouTube? Is it all aggregated within an area of YouTube, or do you have to kind of get a playlist?
No, on YouTube, if you look up the channels, you'll see the different channels, like under entertainment or gaming. You'll find the channels there, or you can just type Machinima or type gaming content in the search engines, and they'll show up. The videos will show up.
And are these channels shown on your site or somewhere else?
We have a site called machinima.com, which also shows up there, and then we have a podcast and an iPhone app, and Facebook applications as well.
This is great. Is there anything you see as the future of where your channels are going to reside in addition to YouTube?
Well, I think the general future is that the rate of innovation that's happening on YouTube and Google and Facebook and the iPhone world, with iPad, et cetera, is so fast that it's really important to really embrace these media and really understand, the opportunities that they present for you, both as a creator and also as a marketer.
And what do you think the percentage of content that's on these channels is user-generated versus produced by your crew?
It's probably 30 to 40% user generated, but I think this is a very important element of what happens online is really how your audience helps remarket for you, right? And so engaging the audience, it really, a lot of times people talk about branded entertainment. It really should be about branded engagement. And there are two aspects of that. One is get your audience to participate with your brand, and two, start to embrace the notion that there are applications and content that you could bundle together, to create value proposition. So for example, if you were Bose, the company, you could have created the Shazam iPhone application, right? And that would have been a great branded extension. And that's not a typical branded entertainment perspective, but I think we have to understand that there's really applications and communications capabilities as well as content. And this new world we live in kind of mixes the three up in a very interesting way.
And it was some great comments you made about Xbox Live and some other platforms coming down the pike.
Yeah.
Is that something that would also be an excellent platform for your channels?
Yeah, I mean, Xbox is obviously, our core audience are Xbox users and PlayStation users, and these consoles are becoming increasingly important in the ecosystem. I think we're now entering an era where we're seeing innovation in devices happening at the rate at which we saw innovation in software like web applications. And so now, iPads are coming out, and Androids and iPhones, and all those devices are churning at a very fast rate. So you can imagine what the iPad's going to be in 2 or 3 generations from now. Let's say the next 3 years, those devices will become really amazing in terms of what they're capable of doing. So I think all this churn that we see with devices, all this innovation that's happening on these platforms, and really are allowing you to create multi-platform global experiences for people without all the traditional gatekeepers that we've had to deal with.
And that's really exciting message to end this discussion with. Thank you so much for your time, and cross-platform and global is the way to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much.